This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Thursday, April 10th. Sunny and warm today in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The high will be 86. Clear skies tonight with a low of 58. Here are today's headlines. Luka Doncic's dramatic return to American Airlines Center for the first time as a member of the LA Lakers went how anyone in Dallas who's followed the Mavericks' former cornerstone would have imagined. A heightened sense of emotion coursed through the arena full of Doncic supporters, Mavericks fans, and anyone in between on Wednesday. From the moment Doncic entered the visitors' tunnel with the LA Lakers, Mavericks fans took advantage of every opportunity to celebrate their former superstar, including any time he scored in the Lakers' 112-97 win. Doncic channeled any bottled-up feelings over the last 2 months since Dallas traded him into one of his best performances of the season with 45 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. The emotions from the crowd alternated between adoration and disdain as cheers for Doncic turned to jeers for Nico Harrison, the Mavericks general manager, who was heckled with "Fire Nico" chants throughout the game. Harrison watched from the tunnel between both benches, his usual viewing spot since the February 1st trade. The chants were at their loudest at the end, resonating throughout the arena as the Mavericks suffered a third straight loss, and one that was more personal than any that came before it. In other news, the John Cornyn-Ken Paxton Senate primary showdown sets the stage for an election season that could reset Republican politics in Texas. Paxton's announcement on Tuesday that he is going to run for Senate leaves an open seat for Attorney General, and there are several Republicans being mentioned as potential candidates. In Texas politics, the Attorney General is one of the most influential and visible positions. Previous attorneys general have gone on to higher office. Cornyn became a U.S. Senator, and Greg Abbott moved from Attorney General to Governor. Expect a crowded field in the March GOP primary. Next up, a Hood County Republican Party committee chair and former Granbury City Council candidate was arrested Monday after authorities said she listed a Granbury address on her campaign paperwork last year, despite living outside the city limits, according to records obtained by the Dallas Morning News. Granbury police arrested 55-year-old Eva Royer on one count of perjury of certain election procedures, a state jail felony, and election fraud, a Class A misdemeanor. Royer did not return messages seeking comment Wednesday afternoon. It was not immediately clear whether she had an attorney. Royer chairs the Events and Fundraising Committee for the Hood County Republican Party and sits on the Communications and Media Affairs Committee. Granbury, the county seat, is roughly 30 miles southwest of downtown Fort Worth. And Dallas's Who's Who arrived Tuesday at the site of the long-promised Harold Simmons Park alongside the Trinity River to chip away at a perception that the city cannot finish what it starts. Generations of city leaders have envisioned breathing life and activity into an untapped resource the city has always possessed. Now Dallas has finally broken ground. The park itself has had several iterations and gained traction in the 90s, from a plan to build a toll road through the floodplain to a 200-acre park that did not come to fruition. The idea had always been to tap into the area's ecosystem and revitalize surrounding neighborhoods by introducing recreational facilities like the Trinity River Audubon Center and trails meandering through the river's corridor. However, demolition of old structures began late last year. Developers cleared off the majority of the industrial buildings on the 22-acre swath of land that will house the West Overlook Park, the first of 5 green spaces that the nonprofit will create on the outer edges of the levees. It will take 3 years to build the park, and it remains to be seen how long it will take to transform 250 acres. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.